You could do it too. Turn me up, turn me up.
How many times have you guys, in a situation of need, a moment of need, you go, you know what I need? I need da 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 da, right? And then you blow it off. And then 3 years later, there's a guy, on an infomercial describing exactly your idea. And he's showing you how great your product works. And he's like, look, blueberry juice. All in 2 seconds, it's gone. Sham wow. I mean, and so much so that these guys are now like famous enough to where they take prostitutes out or they're getting coverage. I mean, off of the fame of something that, like an idea that you have. Like, you have to be unafraid to listen and unafraid to think that something that you have is a good idea. Now, it's funny because me and one of my colleagues, we were having this conversation on the plane on the way here to New York yesterday. You also can't believe in it so much that you have deaf ears toward like reason and reality. Because you can have the most brilliant idea in the world, but you got to bet on yourself. You can't think that like that one idea and the way that you think it's supposed to happen is the only way that it can happen, right? And I'm the main one that says to kids, look, don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and rearrange them the way you want. Create your own constellation. I say that all the time. But you can't be crazy, This is the other side of the spectrum of what I just said. You've written this amazing piece, right? And you're in the film. And the studios are like, look, we don't want to make this film with you directing it, but we really love the material. You have to be smart enough to say, you know what? I wrote it. Let me take a producer credit, a co-writing, and I'll be on the red carpet. And that red carpet is literally metaphorical for the red carpet of my life and my destiny. And I said to this person, I'm like, listen, if you wrote this amazing piece, co-wrote this amazing piece, don't you think you have 19 other ideas waiting? So you're going to literally hold up like the Lincoln Tunnel for one car. You have to know that, like, look, this one thing will get me in the door. It will allow people to see my perspective. And from then on, they'll say, hey, if I want a slice of this reality, I've got to go back to this guy. Like, you can't do Tarantino without Tarantino. And that's the other side of it. So there's like a fine line, but you just have to be smart enough to know that, like, there's so many ways that like things can turn out, and there's so many people in their lives that, man, if I would have just made that left turn, or if I would have just stayed in the house 5 more minutes or whatever, like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. If we would bet on ourselves, but at the same time take in consideration what this moment will mean to us 10 years from now, it could be different. But listen, I haven't made all the best decisions in the world either. I definitely fell on my ass a million times, but I learned on my way down, and I definitely take it in stride getting back up.